I've said it so many times before. There is hardly no service needed on an electric car. There is no oil or trimming belt to change, not at all so many moving parts like in a combustion engine car to service. Tesla even got rid of their obligatory service program several years ago. There is only recommendations for their cars, and that includes mostly the brakes. That has to be checked once in a while, and especially in cold climates, also making some lubrication. My Tesla Model 3 is now more than 2 years old, so I thought maybe I should book a service appointment so the brakes could be checked and lubricated. But now it's also time to change the computer in my car. Just to make a recap a little bit, I have a kind of early Tesla Model 3 that came with a so-called Computer Hardware 2.5. But if you bought the full self-driving package, like I did, kind of, Tesla promised to change the computer in the car to a version 3.0, or so they call it now, full self-driving computer. What will the effect be when driving? Many Model 3 has this already. Cars that is newer than mine. But for me, it's exciting to see the difference. On top of this, I had actually an error message some month ago regarding the 12-volt battery. It just showed up once, and I added it to this service appointment, and Tesla made an analysis over the air of the battery and decided to change the battery because they apparently saw that there was some error in the battery. And because of this service appointment that I had booked became a warranty case that apparently qualified me for a loaner car during the day. So I'm going to bring the car to the service center. Unfortunately, Tesla have no service center here in my city, so I have to go to Stockholm. The service center is located in the north outskirts of North Stockholm. And I also live in a city north of Stockholm, so it's actually only 36 kilometers from my home to the service center, according to the navigator in my Tesla. Okay, so we are on our way to the service center, and let's say goodbye to this hardware 2.5. I am back at my home with my own car. There was no service done today, since accordingly to Tesla, they tried to send me an SMS telling me that the hardware computer was not in stock and asked if they could change the time. I didn't receive that SMS. But they sent it, and they even showed me on the computer that they have sent some SMS to me that was not received in my mobile. Okay, I cannot blame Tesla for this. I know I'm working in this industry, and the message internet have glitches everywhere, and it could very well be some problem with the SMS just that moment, that day when they sent the SMS to me, and it was like disappearing for some reason. But it was a little bit of how to say, I had to drive those 35 kilometers there and 35 kilometers back for no reason at all. But anyway, it was fun to drive the Tesla. It is always fun to drive the Tesla, so, well, I got a nice break from my work. Now I'm rebooked in a few, well, it was like more than 1 week ago. In 1 week they will be having this hardware in place. So I booked a new time, and I will go again in a few days. We'll see how it will be working then. It was great that I had this loaner car, since the change of the hardware computer can take some time. It is the update with the new software that can take the time, and it can be a little bit problematic accordingly to the Tesla representatives. Okay, so here we go again then, going for the second time to the service center, and this time I really hope that everything is ready for my car. I will make a last check on my mobile phone if I got any SMS before I start my drive. The scheduled time for the appointment was 8 hours, and my plan was to go home with a loaner and work during the day and come back in the evening to pick up my car. I'm excited to find out what car I will get as a loaner. At a Tesla service center, and we'll see how it will work out this time, if I will get my service. A lot of cars here, I assume. Looks like several cars are parked here. Let's see where to find a parking. Just for the record, I'm doing this service now after driving the car for 32,983 kilometers, and the car is now 2 years, 2 months and 9 days old. Okay, so here I am, just coming out from the service center, and this is my loaner for the day. This is a 5-year-old Tesla Model S P90D, so it's a performance with a faster acceleration than I am used to in my Model 3. Very well used, I would say, and it has been driving 129,674 kilometers, and it's P90D. Well, cool. We'll see how it is to drive this car. I didn't drive a Model S for a very long time, so it took some time for me to find where to adjust all the settings in the car. It's not possible to change the steering wheel in a Model S. Can that really be true? Maybe this one is so old so it doesn't have this option. Well, Tesla didn't invent the idea 5 years ago that you should adjust the steering wheel on the screen like I'm used to. Okay, it's the beginning of May and it is snowing. I don't know if you can see this on the video, but it is snowing, and yeah, where is the summer? There is several key differences between this Model S comparing to my Model 3. First of all, the autopilot is not engaged with this lever. There is another lever under here where you have to turn the autopilot on, and also with this one you adjust the speed. Here I also found the lever to adjust the steering wheel. And how does the frunk look on this car? There is a small frunk here also. From the key, like this, you can open the trunk. But for some reason the trunk door doesn't open fully, so I have to push it a little bit to get it fully opened. Tesla had motorized trunks from the beginning in the Model S. Newer Model 3s has this feature too. And apparently YouTube works also here in this Model S. Well, the connection is not the best. So it's interesting to be able to see how a Model S is actually working. And this model, which is this particular car, is like 5 years old. So you see that this car has some features it's missing from my Tesla. But on the other hand, this is a performance version, which means that the acceleration is better in this car than on my Tesla Model 3. You really feel when you are driving and pressing the accelerator that it's pushing you back into the chair quite quickly. Now I was curious to know what have happened with my Model 3. I opened the app and couldn't connect to it. It just said that the car was in service. But that looks promising then, that I will have my car back in the evening. We will see how it will go. Already in the early afternoon, Tesla called me and said that the car was ready for me to pick up. I drove back with a loaner later that evening after finished my work. Now I was excited to see what difference it would be in my car after the retrofit with the new computer hardware. Okay, we are back with the loaner to the service center, and we will see where we will park here. Let's see if we should go over there, maybe. Maybe we'll see. I'll just look around here a little bit. So what did Tesla do to my car? The service that I paid for included change of wiper blades, fluid brake check, cabin filter was replaced, brake cleaning and lubrication. On warranty, they changed the 12-volt battery, added the full self-driving car computer for Model 3, made a specific check of the electrical circuits number X950 and X952. I have no idea what this means, but apparently they didn't find any issues on my car. This seems to be some kind of general bulletin from Tesla that every Model 3 with a specific serial number has to go through. And finally, they also made a general quality and test drive. I also got another set of the all-weather protection kit left in my trunk. This is some kind of fancier term for the mud flap and splash guard kit. That I already got once before, and I installed it long time ago on my car. Maybe it's good to have spare ones. So, I'm back in my Model 3. First thing I noticed was that the autopilot icon was looking strange. The icon was there, but it was grayed out and there was a ring around it. And the more you drove, the more the circle was colored. With the autopilot, it doesn't work. Here was apparently some kind of calibration going on. But after approximately driving 15 kilometers, the ring was filled and the autopilot became active again. First thing I noticed was that now the car started to read the speed signs. But I didn't see that the car identified some other things, for example traffic lights or stop signs. Shouldn't the car be able to do this? Yes, but for activate these features, you have to enable them in the autopilot menu. What happens then? And what will the car be able to identify for items on the roads around you? Well, that is a subject for a separate episode. Maybe the next one. This was my first experience of a Tesla service center after owning my car for almost 2.5 years. And my final conclusion? I have nothing to complain about. The time took shorter than expected and the price for the service was less than forecasted. So what else can I say more than please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, have a great life.